It's so nice to have you visit the castle, Cadence. After that debacle with Ponyville and all those sheep, it's hard to find a day to myself.
Twilight said cheerfully. Her horn glowed as she raised a porcelain teacup to her mouth and drank.
Thank you, Twilight. I guess I'm just so glad to be away from Shining. Don't get me wrong, I love him to bits. But these last few weeks, he's been so excited about...
Cadence!
The door behind Cadence opened, and Shiny galloped in with a big grin on his face. The noise echoed throughout the war room as Cadence dropped her teacup. It shattered on the floor, as Spike also rushed in behind his older brother.
Cadence! Spike and I just saw the best thing while we were watching the hoofball game! Star Wars! Oh my gosh, Cadence! Star Wars!
That...
Cadence shrugged.
Star Wars?
Twilight asked.
Spike, don't you have all those dolls from Star Wars?
She inquired.
Actually, they are articulated action figures.
He retorted.
They're toys, Spike.
Twilight said flatly. Cadence got up and walked over to her husband.
Sweetheart.
She put a hoof around him and brought him into a hug.
I know you're excited about this movie that you've been raving about non-stop, but you have to give this a break.
Twilight, can we use your computer? We need to buy tickets right now!
His smile was as big as Spike's.
Sure.
Only dusty outlines of themselves were left behind as Shining and Spike ran off.
And none of those cat and chicken porn websites, Spike. I don't want another computer virus.
Cat and chicken porn?
Cadence looked more confused than ever.
It's a long story. You do not want to know.
Shining sat down on Twilight's office chair and flared his horn. Sure enough, the computer mouse moved and the screen came to life from sleep mode. Spike stood next to him, quietly dancing in place. Shiny moved the cursor on the screen over to the big E icon and clicked on it. The window loaded and was ready to type.
Okay, Spike, what's the address for the Ponyville Theater?
Shining asked.
It's ponyvilletheater.com.
Oh, haha, right.
Shiny quietly laughed to himself. His horn flared bright once more as he enveloped the keyboard in his magic. After typing P.O., Shining paused and saw the first suggested website from history.
Spike? What's, Vinyl and Octavia's debut?
He flashed a sly grin.
Nothing.
Spike reached over and quickly pressed the N key, and sure enough, Tight Pink Punnet with Chocolate Syrup was the next suggested page on the search history.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
The young Drake reached over and pressed the Y key.
Shining?
Yeah, buddy?
You never saw that. Don't rat me out to Twi.
Sure, dude. Your secret is safe with me.
Shining bumped his hoof against Spike's claw as they shared their bromance.
Alright, ponyvilletheater.com.
Is it done?
Spike leaned over.
It's just a spinning circle. The page won't load.
Shining tapped his hoof on the computer mouse, but nothing happened. Using his magic, he pressed down on the page refresh key.
Spike, it's not working!
What?
Before Shining could speak another word, 404 error appeared on the screen.
What? No! This can't be happening!
He frantically pressed the refresh key on the keyboard, and every single time it presented with the very same 404 error.
Twilight, your computer won't work!
Don't say that! She'll make me pay for it again!
Spike hushed him.
Again? What? Right. Don't ask.
Shiny replied. Several minutes went by. Each second was a second lost as Shiny tried to refresh the page like a mad pony. Spike also panicked as black smoke started to drift out of his nostrils.
What do we do?
I don't know what we can do. I think the computer might be broke. It was probably all of your cat and chicken porn.
Now Shining was frustrated. For the first time in a long time, he didn't know how to fix the situation he got himself into. It was Cheerilee in high school all over again. Except instead of a lustful fuchsia mare, it was Star Wars movie tickets. Suddenly, after what felt like the millionth refresh, the page finally loaded.
Yes!
Shining exclaimed. He clicked on the button labeled pre-order madly, hoping to finally secure some tickets. The webpage went white, and another loaded in its place. Sorry, all pre-ordered tickets have sold out. Shining slipped off the office chair, dropped to his knees, and raised his front hooves in the air.
No!
There's no tickets left. What are we gonna do, Shining?
I don't think there's anything we can do, buddy.
He sighed.
We might be able to buy some on Hoof Bay. Should we check?
It couldn't hurt to check, I suppose.
Spike said. Quickly, Shining sat back up on the office chair and sparked his horn. Within seconds, hoofbay.com was typed, and Shining hit the return key. In the search bar, he typed Star Wars The Force Awakens tickets. As the search loaded, auctions were already listed, with some even reaching up to and over 100 bits.
Well, crap.
Shining said bluntly. As if on cue, his loving sister and pregnant wife both walked into the study.
Having fun, boys?
Cadence chimed.
No, we are not having fun.
Shining sounded defeated.
We missed out on buying tickets to the new Star Wars movie.
Spike added.
When does the movie come out, Spike?
Twilight asked.
Heartwarming day?
He twiddled his fingers.
That's months away. Why can't you just buy them on the day?
She asked. Silence filled the room as Shining and Spike looked at each other. Simultaneously, the Drake and the pony laughed louder than any of them knew they could. Spike almost collapsed from laughter and used his arm to lean on Shining for support.
On the day? Twilight, don't let all that alicorn power go to your skull.
He wiped his tears off his cheek with a hoof.
Anyone lucky enough to get tickets on the day should be given a medal. I'll award it myself.
Shining laughed out loud once more.
Twilight, Cadence, Luke, you guys wouldn't understand what this means to us geeks.
He placed a hoof on his wife's shoulder.
Who's Luke?
Cadence asked.
Sweetheart, why our son's name, of course.
He said as he rubbed her belly.
Hey there, little Lukey Skywalker. Ready to have fun with Daddy and be a force-wielding Jedi?
He said.
Shining, I will not agree to name our child Luke Skywalker.
She huffed and turned away, her tail flicking up and hitting him right in the nose.
Was it something I said?
Shining had a dumb look on his face.
I like the name Sky.
Twilight grinned.
Thanks, Twily. That's why I'm your BBBFF.
Shining said as he pulled her into a hug.